More than that, more than that.
Welcome to More Than a Dad podcast. I'm your host, Lou Mobley. I'm joined by the coolest guy on earth, Dre Moore,
What's good?
and we back for another one.
Facts.
And it's just us again, man.
Word. What's good, bro? How you feeling? How you been living? How's life?
How's dad life?
Dad life is cool. My kids interesting. They always doing something stupid.
I know Ash been giving you hell. What's up?
No, he was chilling. He had pink eye. He had pink eye yesterday.
What you was calling it?
The stink eye. He was sick about it. He was like, I don't have the stink eye. I got pink eye. He was not trying to hear it, but yeah, he had pink eye. He chilling. It went away like a day. They gave him the little eye drop thing. We've been fighting about that, trying to get him to hold his eyes open. Then trust me to put the eyes in. I'm like, man, just leave your eye open. I'm just going to drop it down. You know your natural instinct, though. Something coming towards your face, you about to close your eyes. So we've been going back and forth about that. But he cool. He back to daycare now, so he missed a day. But
Yeah, it's funny. He got pink eye. My kids got upper respiratory infections. Both of them. They've been battling them since Osa's birthday.
hey,
So both my kids got bad colds. They was running fevers, getting sent home for daycare. Couple ER visits.
yo,
You know, like it's been what they used to say when we was growing up, the summertime is the worst time to catch a cold. Like
yeah, it's terrible. Summer colds is the worst.
yeah, we experiencing that in my household right now. So we got another birthday coming up. So like hopefully
That's gonna clear up by then.
yeah, hopefully they're not contagious for this birthday because I'm definitely not canceling.
Yo, you gonna catch it.
I haven't caught it yet.
Listen, you ever catch a cold from a kid? Yo, it'd be like a near-death experience, bro. Swear to God, cause like kids be mad regular with a cold, and then like you catch that joint, it's like next level deadly. Like you might have to get the respirator mask and all that. Like,
You know what it is though. We don't ever talk about it on the pod. Maybe we could get into it a little bit. But like at daycares and at schools for kids, like the amount of germs,
germ factory.
like that's in there, like you literally build immunity because you about to catch everything. That shit like better than vaccines. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I think Manny like first year in daycare, he might have caught like colds and I don't know if he had a flu or not, but like they had hand, foot, and mouth. They had like it was just like they had
Yo, what is
they
that?
had a scabies outbreak. Like
Yo, nah, they had scabies.
at his first daycare, yeah.
Nah, bro, I thought that was like obsolete.
Well, when you go to school with like all different types of people, you be this is a lice outbreak, and like it'd be crazy. Like
Yeah, Phil, what is hands, feet, and mouth?
I don't know, they get these spots on their hands, feet, and like they be sick. You know what I mean?
I heard of it. Like,
To me, I don't want to speak, but like I think it got something to do with like feces and stuff too. Like like pink eye is like
like putting your hands in your mouth, your feet in your mouth, something.
yeah, so
Oh, all right.
we could
The
people
uneducated
behind the camera
part.
could Google and tell us what it really is.
Hey, yo, yeah.
Hand, foot, and mouth disease. Please give us a.
Hands, foot, and mouth. Like, how they come up with that name? They got lazy.
I don't know. It is crazy because you can catch it as an adult from your kids.
Oh, no, that's wild. Yeah, I ain't trying to catch nothing from no kids.
Manny's
Bro.
first birthday, he caught hand, foot, and mouth. We had everybody at the crib, and everybody kids left with hand, foot, and mouth. Dad confessions. When you think
Yo.
your kid got a heat rash and his hand, foot, and mouth is nuts.
And now y'all done gave it to all the kids at the party. Is wild.
Bro, we literally had contagions
Oh, man,
in the
listen.
backyard. You was there that day? How you walk out of the school?
I ain't have hands. Yeah, I ain't catch hands, feet, and mouths. Yeah, you catch that in the 60s, you might have wiped out all the kids.
That's a fact.
Man, it's over for you.
What you want to get into today, man?
So you've been having this thing going on. I don't know if y'all been paying attention on social media. Started this campaign, Fit for Fatherhood, where it's like getting like started with like 10,000 steps a day, like a small challenge, like people trying to get away from their dad bod, you know what I'm saying, get the beer belly out of here and all of that.
I'm still walking around with the keg, no 6-pack.
But you was in it, man. You was diligent in it too.
Yeah, I held myself accountable publicly on a social media platform. That show was a
Yeah.
huge mistake. Yo, so many days I wake up like, damn, my feet hurt. I'm tired. I don't feel like going to walk. But it's funny because my wife always been like I guess her mom never drove, so they grew up walking everywhere. And they was
Right.
in New York. They used to like walk and then catch the train and all that. So she'd be like, yo, I hate that. Like we live a life where we take cars everywhere. And I always enjoyed that luxury because we always had cars
Right.
growing up. So like in the town I live in, like it's like a real towny place in terms of like it has like a main street with like shops and like restaurants, and like she'd be like, yo, we should just walk to, lunch or walk to dinner
Right.
in town. But when I started this Fit for Fatherhood, I was able to like the 10,000 steps wasn't just like around a track. Like I started walking my zip code, bro. Like I started walking my whole, like from my house to like the main street down. Like it was like a huge lap
Right.
past the high school back down, get my 10,000 steps in. And I had like a good schedule. Like, she take the kids to daycare and go to work. I work from home, and I probably like wash the dishes, pop some laundry in, and go for my walk. Come back from my walk, eat my breakfast. That was like my routine for a while.
Right.
Outside of like mommy going to the hospital for like 3 weeks, it threw it off. But like I was really consistent in getting these steps in. So it was a 30-day challenge. I had started it before I made it public. So I ended up doing 5 weeks instead of
4 weeks.
4 weeks. So I did end up losing 3 pounds. But my whole point was I just wanted to be more active, bro. Like I don't
Right.
know if you feel like that or you guys feel like that as parents or dads. Like your job as a father and in the household consumes you so much that you put you on the back burner. And I
Right.
think that's kind of what I want this to kind of be about. Like Fit for Fatherhood isn't like me trying to be a bodybuilder or like me trying to lose 1,000,000 pounds at once. It's about like I used to play football. Like I enjoy playing basketball recreationally. You know what I mean? I enjoy
Right.
being
Being
active.
in
I was
shape.
never like this big sloppy dude with all this bad health. I was always big and active. But it's been hard to be active as a dad.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So talk about how you keep up with some of your fitness because you always been this dog.
Yeah, you a hater, bro. Got
Definitely
good,
a hater,
got
bro.
good metabolism, man. But
You need to put that Wall Street and sell that
yeah,
ass and buy that
yo, selling metabolism is nuts, bro.
for real, bro. It's a lot of bottles that sell that shit would go for real.
Yo, bro, chill. I'm always kind of like, I don't wanna say I'm always active. I've been like pretty active for a while. Like I move around a lot because I'm always on the go. I feel like at one point I wasn't though, cause like I was like having all these health issues. Like yo, like I feel like I'm about to die, and like I went to the doctors one day, and he was just asking me all these questions and was just like, oh, like you get frequent headaches like in the back of your head, or you feel like this, and like all of these things I just was complaining about, like yo, my hip hurting and like my back and all this stuff, and he just was like, yo, like you exercise, like no, like I don't. So he just was like, oh, it's just probably like that because you don't exercise. Like if you don't exercise and like drink water frequently, like your body going to start like breaking down. So that was probably like a couple years ago. So like from that moment, like I made it a point to at least do something like to be active. So like I might be like doing some pull-ups or something in the house, or we got the pull-up bar, we got weights, we got the bands, just a bunch of stuff, like probably like working out in the house. And like I move around anyway, bro. I drive a bus for a living. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that it's even like good on my body, it's like I just can't help but move. I work labor jobs. So like it's different, but it's from like sitting down at a desk every day. Like I don't have that that issue. And then like I'm always, like you said, like you always talk to me all the time, I'm always moving around, like I'm always in the car. So like I'll just look at my phone like, and I'll have 6,000 steps in a day just doing regular stuff, going to work without like, yo, I'm getting up and actually doing something. Like I'm just moving that much, like all the time. So
Yeah, bro. I just feel like just watching, just being like the parent I wanted to be, it just became second. And then every time I would kind of like start my gym routines, it'd be like a week or two, back hurt, I'm limping, something with my feet, stub a toe, can't walk. And this became like a pattern for like the last 2 years. So it's like, it's not even like a will thing because I don't, my will wants to do things. Like
right,
my will want to get out there and play pickup basketball again.
right,
You know what I mean? But from a like physical standpoint, and then within this 2 years, I went to the doctors and she was like, your blood pressure, your blood pressure high. Like you're too young for your blood pressure to be high. And one thing that I kind of like implement in our household, or my wife implements, is like we supposed to be being healthy and trying to live long, right?
right.
So like it kind of was like a push in the, a push like you too young, like you really too young. You want to be around for these kids. You need to get some of this in order, and you can remedy a lot of things by just like you said, being in shape,
Right.
and drinking water, eating a little bit better. Cause like let's be honest, like I wasn't taught to like eat good, like you know what I mean, like I wasn't taught to eat healthy. Let's say that, like you know what I mean. And then the things that we thought were healthy, it was still way better, healthier options that we probably just couldn't afford.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you be like, yo, I had screen beans, and then you realize, oh yeah, that shit came out of a can. Them shits is preserved. It's like hella salty. You could buy fresh green beans. Like you don't really be knowing that, but you be like, yo, I ate my greens. Like
Right.
I ain't
Them
get this
Jones be
big by
trash
just eating like
greens.
junk food. Like I ate everything. You dig what I'm saying? Like I ain't get this big by just like, yeah, I only ate the mac and cheese. No, the plate was removed. Like everything was like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, but that's my like all that stuff is preserved. All this is all sugary drinks for real. Like I wasn't like damn like Capri Sun clear. Like I ain't know it's mad mad sugar in
Yeah.
that jar. Like you know what I
Capri
mean?
Sun clear. What you thought was water?
No, I'm just saying it's just an analogy of like as a kid, like you just want a beverage. You don't be thinking like, yo, this is the good beverage.
That's a fact. We
Like
trick Ash with that.
it's the same thing with like I was an athlete, so it was an excuse to have Gatorade with all this artificial coloring and stuff in it. It's not really like I needed the Gatorade because I cramp up, but like it's not like a healthy drink to drink.
Hey yo.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You don't even think about it like that. But if you had a
No.
Gatorade right now, you wouldn't be like, yo, that's a bad
Right. You would think like, well, the Gatorade is better than
the soda
yeah.
or the Hug or
Facts.
the Arizona.
Definitely better.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the crazy thing. Like I wasn't like I wasn't taught them things. You know what I mean? Like things in their most natural purest form is probably the most healthiest things for you. You know what I mean? But we grew up around the way, oodles and noodles, all that preserved stuff, all that. You don't enrich your pasta, like you gotta get all that starch out. Like you be
Right.
you be learning you be learning these things on the fly. Like
That's a fact.
my fault, I cook, so I'm a little bit more elaborate. You know what I mean? Like that's real rap though.
Yeah, we had to trick Ash. That's what I was gonna say. We had to trick him because he wouldn't drink water for a long time. All he wanted is juice and milk. And never drink water. You put water in a cup, he not gonna drink it. Like I'm not drinking the water. Like I don't want water. He not drinking it. He don't want it. Cool. So then we had to get smart. Got flavored water. So one day, first time I gave it to him was like yeah, we're gonna drink some water, whatever. Pour it in a cup, and he sip it. He like, this not water. This juice. And that was it. And from that moment on, he only drank flavored water
Wow.
because like other than that, he would have. And I know like that's not the same as like regular water, but he would have little to no water intake at all.
Wow.
Like if it wasn't for like flavored water, because he think it's juice. Even though like now he's like, I want to say like last week he started rebelling on it. Like I don't really want that. Like he like no, he like that's nasty. Like I don't want that. That's terrible. And he be like, he want the apple juice. Like I want this. Like I don't want like that's terrible.
Yeah, I think I gotta give my wife credit for all that healthy stuff. Like she has been a blessing to me in that. So like I'm thinking if I could just keep this fit for fatherhood mentality together, be a little bit more active, come up with a routine that ain't too much for me to handle 3 times a week in the gym, or I got shout out my man Dan Mather. Dan Mather was just telling me like every day before every time he eat, he take a walk because it's a way to help your metabolism and digestion and all that. Like all that sitting and eating. Like I've been doing that for years. That's why I'm this big, bro. Like
Yo,
you know what I mean? Stop eating late. Like I just think is see the thing about me being so big and having a high calorie intake is like my cutbacks. Like if I don't eat past 9 o'clock, I'll probably lose mad weight. If I stop drinking juice, I'll probably lose mad weight because I've done it before to make weight for football. Like
right.
just go to bed early, Lou. Don't be up till 1 in the morning and get the midnight cravings. Go full 5-star meal at
Bro,
midnight.
nah, I'd be dead. I can't. I'd be sick. I'd be sick to my stomach. I can't eat heavy like that late at night.
Bro, it just be like that's how I know like I'm not young no more. Like I can't be up all late. I'm gonna get hungry.
Yeah,
Go to
yeah.
sleep. I
That's how
gotta
I
go
was
to
a
sleep.
died on the West Coast messing with them. Man, they had us in a buffet eating like 8 o'clock. We was in there, and like I'm not even thinking like, oh, we on the West Coast now. The time zone different. It's like 11 o'clock at home. So like I'm eating everything, plate loaded. I think it's 8 o'clock. Man, my stomach was so messed up, bro. I'm like, yo, why I feel like sick like this? Then I started thinking like, damn, we was just on the East Coast yesterday. It's 11 o'clock at night. My body ain't adjusted to that.
That's a
Yeah, I
fact.
can't eat late at night, bro. That's probably contributing to my skinniness.
Yeah, bro. I'm making strides though, but I think the fit for fatherhood was just trying to find like active ways to be active that wasn't like this dramatic boot camp feel. Like just get up and go walk.
Right,
And if I could start walking, then maybe walking and turn to jogger turn to running. Like, you know
right,
what I mean? 2 days a week in the gym turn to 3, 4. You know what I mean? Hopefully it becomes something that I can maintain consistently. I think as a dad, I juggle a lot. We talk about it all the time. Like you take care of your mom, I take care of my mom, and I
right.
got a household. So it's like I'm already stretched thin around work schedule and being a parent and a husband. So like
Yep.
to wait, and I'm sure men around feel the same as that way. Like you neglect yourself, like getting a dad bod happened to you from being a dad. Like you got to think about it. If your kid don't become independent till like 4, right? That means 4 years your fitness and all this probably might take a back
Going
seat.
to the wayside.
You know what I'm saying? Like unless you got some residual income when you ain't gotta leave the house and that allocate them 8 hours somewhere.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna happen to you.
It's true.
Well, then you got friends like Royale, like he still look good. Like you know what I mean? Like,
It work out, bro.
man, he disciplined, bro. I be thinking I'm disciplined. I got some fake discipline.
Listen, man. we go get there. We go figure it out.
What you
Um,
got, bro?
the other day we was having like, I think I wouldn't even call it like a revelation or something. I think it was just more so like an honesty moment, like that I was giving you, like giving credit, to like my son's moms, like both of them and like how they operate. And I don't think I wouldn't say that I didn't realize it before, but I think like we just was having a conversation about it, and I was like actually like coming to more of a revelation about it. So just was saying like I wanted to like really highlight the fact that like you know women make a lot. I wouldn't say a lot more, but like on a normal basis, it's more of a sacrifice for the children than like we have to make. As far as like how we work and stuff like that. Like as a man, like I feel like I always had the luxury to be able to just get up and go work. Like I've never had to like cater my schedule around my kids. Like they got moms, so like they moms cater their schedule around the kids, and then like I work. I know the trade off in that is like I pay for more things, but I mean like I should because I'm affording more money. Like I never had to do that. Like no, like at no point did it was it ever like a question like was I going to take this job because the kids need me to pick them up or the kids need me to do this. It was just like all right, well like y'all pick them up, y'all do that, and then like I'm gonna work, I'm gonna finance whatever need to be financed.
No, it's crazy, bro. Like now I think about it, like before I had this job, like it's been plenty of years while I was a parent that I worked 2 jobs, or I worked 2 jobs and I Ubered as a third job. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it never really crossed my mind like whether she supported me going or not, like that it was going to stop me from going. Like you know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because it's my job to have when we need.
Right.
So like, if I know I don't have, then I'm gonna get out here and drive Uber for the next 4 hours, come back with a couple $100,
Then we have.
and then we have.
Right.
I try to be conscious of time that I'm outside the house, and I'm real fortunate now that I have a work from home job, so I'm always in the house. But at a point in time when I was working 2 jobs, and I'm at the county and I'm at the grocery store, like you talking about 14 hours or something outside the crib
Right.
on a day to day, 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
Which is how it be.
But it was never. She never was like don't do that. It just activated that she was going to be the main person with the kids.
It's like a non-conversation. But
Yeah, and it's like all the things she like to do. Like I don't know, like my wife like to volunteer and do stuff like that. So I guess I'm not volunteering as long as you got this job.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. Like for example, like my job is in LA.
Right.
I don't know if a lot of people know that, but like we probably would have like if we had to move from my job, we moving. But like I don't know if like
If it was her job.
if it was her job, is that like as easy of a like we may have to talk about it. Like
We may have to talk about it as well.
I'm just being
Nah.
frank, you know what I'm saying? Like we might have to talk about it versus like not to mention, my wife is like rooted and grounded to nothing. So it's like you out, I'm out then. I'm with you. Like she ain't got no picks.
We
Like
got no ties to none of
she ain't
this.
got no ties to nothing, bro. She be like, when? When do I need to be ready? Like,
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, I just was thinking about it because, like, I look like, like for a long time, they just work certain jobs that cater to their kid's schedule. Like, my oldest son, his mom, took a job working from home for a long time because it was like conducive of, like her schedule. Same thing with, my youngest son, mom. She worked a job that allows her to be able to be there with them in the morning and be there with them when, they out of school. So it's like, I've never had to think about that, bro.
right.
Like ever. Like I've never even had to ask. It just was like, yeah, I got 2 jobs now, so I'm gonna pick the kids up on these days and
It's crazy. I think like my wife likes to drop them off and pick them up. I have volunteered to like take some of that off of her, but that's like something that make her happy.
right.
So I don't do like if it's 5 days a week they go to daycare, I might take them and pick them up once a week, and that's if she don't like just do 5 out of the 5 days both.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like her schedule, like I work from home, I should be able. By the time they getting out, that's like the peak time of my meeting times. But like
Morning.
I could probably coordinate to pick them up and drop them off because the morning is wide open,
Right.
and 4:30, 5 o'clock when I go to get them, or she go to get them, I probably can just go get them a little earlier if I got a meeting or not, or a little later if I got a meeting or not. But she don't really put that on me. That's not like one of my responsibilities.
Hey,
You
yeah.
feel me? Like the ownership is, hey, I work in Delaware County. I'm up and down here. I'll just grab them before I come home.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? And if she working from home, it's like I want to go get them. I can't wait to see them. So it's like I never have to, like you said, sacrifice. Like yo, I can't make this meeting. I gotta get the kid. Like she'll just take that off my plate.
Right. And I would say like I've been feeling it more like in the last you might as well say 9 months. Last 9 months, my schedule is I work at night now. So I come from like like even years ago when I was working 2 jobs, I'm at work all the time. Then like after that, I was mainly working jobs during the day. So like most times I go to work before the kids go to school, and I'm off after they already out of school because the school day is not as long as a work day.
Right.
But now I work a schedule where I work overnight, so I go to work in the evening. Well, now afternoonish, early afternoon, and like I get off in the morning, overnight, basically. So, but I have the ability to like do other things now. So, like I'll take Ash to school every morning. Like like I get up, I take him to school, and that's normally what it is. And if I'm off, then I pick him up, and then like same for like Lou and Dre. Like not every morning, but like it's been times like his mom may be away or she go on a trip and she doing whatever she doing, which is cool. like I'm there to be able to like, oh, I'll make sure, you get back and forth from school. You don't got to worry about it. Whereas though in previous times, it would have been like, maybe she got to get like her grandmom to do it or somebody else to do it because I'm working. And even in that, like I said, it was just like, oh, I'm just at work. So, but now, like I got a lot more flexibility and I ain't gonna say I kind of appreciate it, just the ability to be able to, do those things. It just opened my eyes to see like, yo, I've been doing this the whole time. Like, I've really been like doing this and I've been, doing what I do, but like y'all been doing this.
Yeah, I think that's your realization on like what it's like to really have your kids on a day to day and
It's
like
a
be the
fact.
be the full time parent. So I think you have a more of appreciation for that. That was going to be my next comment. Is like, do you think that's a trend in single moms versus like somebody that live together, with the other parent? Like, is that like more prevalent in your relationship, co-parenting, or is that more prevalent in you being in the house?
I think it was prevalent in both at that time. Um, I think it was, yeah, I think it was prevalent in both because like, even though like I'm in the house, like with Ash, I still was working. So I'm in the house, but I'm not in the house. Like he's in the house, they're in the house, but like I'm physically like this is physically where I rest my head. But like how often do you really see me if like I'm at work 10, 12 hours a day in the middle of the day? So like you gotta think like I'm like, I work, everybody know like I drive a bus, whatever, whatever. So like we'll have split shifts. So like it'll be times like I'll be working a shift that come in 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. I don't go to daycare till like 8 o'clock. Or even if I was coming in at 6, 7 in the morning, before I was taking him and he was, his mom, he was going with his mom. She going to work at 6:30, so I'm asleep. I get up and I go to work at 7, 8. By the time I come in, back in, it's 8, 9 at night. They sleep. Homework is done. Most of that day is gone.
Mm.
And that's 5 days a week. So then I'm really, where I'm really active at is on the weekends. But the weekends is always easy. Like I say, that's like an easy part of like being a parent. Like it's different. Like because I've been through different phases. Like I've had jobs when I didn't work on the weekends, so that's where like majority of my effort is at on the weekends. And then like I have times where I don't work during the week. Not working during the week, having days off during the week is different because it's more responsibilities. Like even for instance, like when Dre come with me, Dre come with me when I'm off. If he come on my off days, if he come in Saturday, Sunday, or Friday or whatever, it's easy. Ain't no homework. It's not nothing to do. We just gonna find something to do, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it a day. Whereas though when I would get him during the week, if I get him Tuesday, Wednesday, got homework, gotta pick you up from school, gotta make sure you in bed to go to school the next day, take you to school. It's a lot more of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot more routine. It's a lot more things to keep up with. It's a lot more things to be on top of. Like the most times, like I would be doing that on the weekends. Like if Dre was coming on the weekends during the school year, like if he had a project or something, like I'll do his projects with him. Like we'll make it like a poster board or do whatever. Like we do projects, but for the most part, like we kind of like afford the luxury to do that.
Right.
But like I said, now the way my schedule is, like, is just a lot. It's just the ability to be a lot more hands on. So like I'm like like Draymond just sent me like his doctor's appointments that's coming up, his last dentist appointments that I took like I pretty much take the kids to all their appointments. I take Ash to all his therapy appointments. I take Dre to his dentist appointments, his doctor's appointments. Same with Ash.
That's
Ash is,
big though.
you know what I'm saying? Because now I have the time. So like maybe like I ain't gonna lie, I was dreading the night work. Like I kind of was dreading it. Like, man, I really don't want to work at night. Like I miss my day, miss all this stuff. But in turn, the way it actually worked out is like it allowed me more time during the middle of the day to be more present and active with the kids. And it just was eye opening to me like, yo, y'all just been like, this just was be going on, like this was happening.
Yeah.
But I never had to consider it. Like I said, I never had to think about it. And like even now with like Ash about to start kindergarten, it's just a thought like, oh, even like maybe I could probably get something that come in earlier, but he got like PM kindergarten where he's not gonna go till like 12:30. So it'd be like 12:30 to 3. It's still a thought like, like I still want to kind of have the ability to be able to take him.
Bro, what is that, bro?
It's some BS.
So what are they supposed to do from 8 to 12?
Nothing. I'm gonna still take him to the daycare in the morning. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna still take him to the daycare because it's basically like before and after care. I'm gonna take him to the daycare and then let him stay there. I'll probably take him around 10, and then they'll bus him to the kindergarten. So then he'll be able. So then at least it'll be like a 5-6 hour day versus
Why is kindergarten only a half a day? Has it always been like that?
it's in Delaware County. Don't ask me. Call the school district. They
I went
split
to
it up. They got AM kindergarten and PM kindergarten. AM is like 9 to 12, and then PM is like 12 to 3.
So we supposed to still pay for daycare in addition to kindergarten?
Yes.
I was like really looking forward to like not
Oh yeah,
paying.
you live in Delaware County too. Yeah.
Can we move?
I guess you want to move back to Philly.
No, we gotta move together because we gotta do the pod. I just want to make sure. Are you?
Where are we gonna move to?
I mean, you do work in Philly, Jesus.
Right. It's facts.
You gonna go across the bridge?
Jersey.
Yeah.
I guess. I gotta be local though.
Nah, bro. You got anything else for us? You know what I was just thinking about though? Like one thing that's kind of, you know, we have different parenting situations that come on the show. One thing that I've realized is like the day to day, like when you're not the parent that like got the day to day, you don't know what that's like, bro. Like drop off, pick up, appointments. They got called home sick. Like when you come home, homework, baths, dinner, like you don't realize you on this rat race, and when you not there, when you a dad, don't even get them on the weekends, or like you not full time in any capacity, you don't realize like that's the job, that's the work, bro.
That's a fact.
Like that's the work, like you know what I mean. So I give you credit for like appreciating that because I'm sure all the dads or all the moms that are splitting time, you know, however this thing go, like everybody don't appreciate like that. Like that day to day, like day to day is intense, bro.
Yeah. Day to day is different.
Cause then you even still gotta teach. You still gotta like, stop doing. Like you still gotta like,
That's a fact.
you still got a parent inside of all these tasks.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and one thing that I don't really enjoy is like a supermarket run. If I need to go to the supermarket just me, 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah, you
10 minutes.
You try not to take the kids nowhere, bro.
Cause now putting 2 people in 2 car seats.
Right. Then you gotta carry them, carry bags. Then, well, Manny big now, so he move around. So I'm sure he asking for stuff. He wants stuff. Never gonna leave out that joint empty-handed.
Manny definitely done stole mad stuff out of supermarkets, bro.
Hey yo.
Not even mad stuff, but you know how like he might grab candy in when we paying for stuff, and that joint never gets swiped.
Yeah, tucking that joint. Ash has tucked a whole lunchbox full of stuff one time in the supermarket with his grandma. I wasn't even with him. He just got out the supermarket. Was like, "Yeah, I'm about to eat my snacks." He like, "What snacks?" he had loaded the lunchbox. He came in that joint with. That joint was loaded, and he was shopping on his own, going crazy.
Nah, man, you bodied this episode, bro. That's a good topic, man. I think they probably enjoyed that one, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Man, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to More Than a Dad podcast. Make sure you check out our merch and all the links in our bio, upcoming dad links. You know,
Yes, sir.
stay on your Fit for Fatherhood mission. Man, it's not a dad bod, it's a father figure. You heard?
That's a fact.
Until next time, y'all.
We out.
Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful, and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than a dot, more than a dot.